Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we currently have some dangerous factions here. I suspect some of these are fake though, so let's tick on forward and let's see what we've got here. So the peasant rabble is going to happen, basically guaranteed, and yeah, there they are. A peasant's lot is to serve their lord, but we're not actually worried about the peasant rabble. Yeah, this independence faction is indeed fake. So that's good to know. We're going to eliminate these peasants nice and quickly. We'll just pop our men-at-arms up, hello pause menu, up over here, and in we go. So then we'll head up over this way, then here. Oh, wait, we are currently fighting this battle. Come on. There we go. Stop the villain behind this. Perfect. Then we'll just head up like this. Okay, so that's all done. No problem there. This is our vassal, so no. Yes, we'll accept letting you out. Vassal, so no. Phenomenal. So obviously, this rebellion was never a threat, right? And actually, we just captured this guy, so it is officially over. We'll disband our forces there, and I did want to point out, you know what I was saying about accolades being, like, really high maintenance to keep them up? Well, no successor, no successor, no successor, and no successor. That's what I'm talking about. So we need to go through here, and we'll need to seek a worthy accolade successor here, but we can only do that every 2 years. So I think the overall concept is we're not supposed to keep these specific titles, and we're supposed to constantly replace them. I don't know. Mayor Serrero would be a potential successor here. He was what, skill level 12, I believe? No, I've misremembered. Skill level 8. Okay, that's fine. We don't actually care about the skill level for these, we care about the stats that they give us. So we force this guy to be a knight, and now we have a successor there. Do we have one here? No, but we can't seek a worthy accolade successor there because we've already done that. Here we could do Mayor Bernard. Okay, sure. So he's skill level 11. So down to 11, and in here somewhere. Here he is. So we put in this guy. So we have 2 successors set up there. Then the question is, what do we get from our seeking of a worthy successor? Well, this is acceptable here. This is not. We do want to continue to work on upgrades. That is absolutely going to be a hello pause menu. Absolutely going to be a useful thing for us. More goldsmiths, and let's grab hill farms over this way. Excellent. Now we're swapping this over to being our heavy cavalry and this over to being our infantry because that just made a lot more sense. And that's completely fine. King of Al-Andalus, no, we're not letting him out of prison. That's for sure. You're acceptable? You are not. You are acceptable. You are not. Okay, so that all looks good. I do want to get this stable upgrading right now. That is quite important to get that going. And we'll build this hillside grazing land here. That's fine. We must stop the villain behind this, indeed. And 100 gold for this guy is absolutely okay. We've got a lot of ransoms, and most of these are indeed acceptable. It's only if they're our vassal that we don't want to accept these. So that's all looking good. No problem whatsoever there. Found Holy Order is not something we're looking to do right now. Are we still truced with Valois? Actually, no. So we can seize the de jure lands up here, and that sounds great. So we'll be raising up our forces around here. We'll raise men-at-arms and some levy troops. This guy has like 15,000. Okay. So we'll raise up something like 40,000. That'll be fine. And with him heading down this way, we could split up here. So around 20,000, and we would put in a siege leader. Who would this be? This guy. He's going to head up over here while we look to catch, ideally, this force here, this 14k force. But it looks like we're going to catch neither of them for now. We'll just make our way on up over this way. Ah, so here's an accolade successor found. This guy is now our courtier. So that's okay. We want to hop over here. And that was for... Actually, I think that was for... this one. Yes. So that's Martin, skill 18. Gotcha. Where are we at, Martin, skill 18? Here we go. We'll force him to be a knight. And we will put in a successor here. So now we have a successor for 3 of these 4. We don't for the Sword of God. And there's not really a way that we can get one just yet. Okay, so that's all absolutely fine. We're going to grab this capital down over here. And we're, of course, going to win this battle. This war may be over here. We'll see. Not you. Hang on. Not you. You. No. I thought we were paused. Turn around. There we go. I just wanted these guys to go here. So they're retreating all the way over here. That's fine. Let's grab, say, Radiant at this moment. Level of Devotion Impact. Sounds good. Sure, showing King Menzu and his 335 gold. We will happily take that. They're sieging here. I mean, 9 months on this siege is not very long. We're about to get their capital, and there it is. So we're at 43%. Let's grab this kingdom, or rather not kingdom, this castle here, and then we'll head over and relieve these guys, will be the idea. There we go. And then they can head down this direction. I doubt they get there in time to prevent this siege from going through, but that's okay. Oh, we're actually going to catch this Merc force. Sure. That's fine. So that stack wipes, and at this point, this guy learned Basque. Good for him. Okay, so they're down over here. 80% chance of death here. We're choking on our food. We're 56, and we only have one male child, although this is a grandson. What happens to our succession here? This guy is going to get the Empire of Maghreb. That's not actually a big deal. 20% chance of survival, and we don't survive. Okay, I'm not shocked about that. It is kind of sad, though. Let's put this guy in charge here. Let's wrap up this war very quickly here, because we're going to have some problems. No doubt about that. So we're 99% and 100%. Okay, so we enforce these demands and disband our troops. Next, we're going to need to deal with this situation. We need a chancellor, and we need a steward, and we need a spy master. So we'll put in powerful vassals into those positions. Why is this guy so angry? Opinion of predecessor. Okay, fair enough. So that's fine. We are above our domain limit right now. I would rather not hand out any titles here. Our aunt is our regent, and she is self-interested. Interesting. Interesting that our aunt became our regent and not our mother here, but okay. So for now, that's reasonably fine. We're probably going to have to hand out some titles over here for the moment. I really don't like doing this, but we'll hand these two. We don't want to hand out this one because that's where our cavalry are. So it would end up being this one and this one. Not hugely happy about that, but here we are. So we currently have no faction brewing up. Do we want to immediately press our claim here? We don't have a claim on this? Hang on. We don't have a claim on the Empire of Maghreb? Now that's awkward. Presumably because this guy's our uncle. Well, we can generate a claim on it because we're the house head. So we'll definitely do that. That is absolutely something that we want to do. And then we're going to press that claim right here and just put our realm right back together. So I'm going to declare that war. Now he's capitaled out over here. We'll raise up our forces right here. And we will raise up all of our levy troops as well. We're going to raise everybody here. Ah, we had a knight succession there. Okay, so we have one of these accolades that is inactive. That is the Sword of God that became inactive here. Noted. For the time being, we can't bring that back, and the Sword of God had what traits? That was Siege. Gotcha. So could we create a new Siege situation here? No. For the time being, we'll call this good then. Okay. So there is a faction here. I'm not surprised about this. This is an independence faction with the King of Burgundy. There's not a lot that can be done here, to be honest. That wouldn't do anything. And then Duke of Normandy, King of Ghana. Yeah. For the time being, we'll just have to leave that be, and we'll just head on down. So we just discovered Ermine Cloaks. Sure, that's something anyway. It's not great, but it does get us 10% additional prestige, so that's something. What is going to be hang on. What is being exposed next? Also standing armies. Okay, we're going to grab... Or we're not the culture head. Okay. We'll have to come of age first. We just inherited the Duchy of Flanders. We definitely don't want that. We're going to put this army down, and the duchy title goes here. We'll grant that over to this guy, and then we'll grant him the Duchy of Flanders title. Okay, there we go. Out of curiosity, Empire of Francia, we should be able to create, yes? Yes. So we'll definitely do that. That gives us a de jure claim over Brittany. But, of course, we're going to need to get these sieges done first, right? So we'll have to make our way on over this direction. How long do we have here? 12 months? Noted. We do need a new spy master. Our health is fine, thank you. We do need a new spy master, and that is going to be... This guy's Duke level? Right. I want to grant him the Kingdom of France title. He's going to gain a lot of opinion of us from that. And then we can also make him be our spy master. So he gains a lot of opinion overall. And then this guy would be our steward. Phenomenal. That actually makes that faction go away for the time being. So that's good. Okay, it's now back. I'm not hugely shocked about that. It is... The King of France is leading it. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that he wouldn't be interested in that after we gave him a bunch of stuff there. He's still interested. That's not going to reduce his faction commitment, I'm afraid. Yeah. So, really what we need here is an alliance with him. Which we could theoretically do. We have this sister, right? Where is she? Here in Toledo. She's unmarried. So why can't we arrange a marriage here? Well, he's actually a count. So that wouldn't actually help. Never mind. Okay, he's currently betrothed. Noted. Okay, well, we've got 12 months. For the time being, this is probably fine. We're going to continue to siege along the coast of North Africa here. And we're making our way over towards their capital. We're up to 32% war score right now. For the moment, this is probably fine. We'll head on up over here. We're not making much income. What is our education trait? We're on intrigue? Let's actually move that over to stewardship. And I would like to be educated. And just send us to university. Yes, it's expensive, but we'll do it. So that looks good. We're currently at 8 out of 9 domain holding. So we'll be able to pull back one of these titles. I don't want to do that until after our rebellion. So that'll be fine. We're making our way up over this direction. 9 months at this point. Okay. Siege of Minorca. Oh, he's out over here. Noted. So that's actually very useful for us. So we're going to split off our bombards, not these crossbowmen, but our bombards, and several units of levy, probably leaving about 25k here. And we're going to embark. We'll see where he's going to go. So these guys will remain here. We're going to have a siege commander in charge. And we'll just continue to siege this direction. So yes, this is going to be expensive. It's going to put us into debt. That is understood. Sure, we'll increase our learning by 1. That's fine. Okay, where are these guys going? They're actually coming back over this way. We didn't necessarily have to embark, but I didn't know that. That's fine. We're going to disembark here and fight them. That could, in theory, end the war. Yeah, it does indeed. That's very, very good. We get a pet dog from our aunt/regent. Arm wrestle to double it. And we've got a 50-50 chance. Her loyalty remains self-interested no matter what. But this would gain her opinion of us. We'll take the pet dog. That's fine. It is nose-wise. Fantastic. So Maghreb is now back under our control. And we will disband our forces. Fantastic. So that is back under our control. We've got our realm back together. No problem whatsoever there. This faction is 7 months away. We'll see how real this is. More people are joining it? Okay, it's pretty real then. We should probably consider pulling back this county here, but it was just recently granted. So we can't do that right now. We'll look to do that, I think. This is fine. We'll look to do that after this war is over. So that's completely okay. We're now out of debt. That's unsurprising. And you are a vassal? No. And you are fine. Cool. So we're going to have to fight these guys, right? Absolutely, we're going to have to fight them. There's a bunch of other factions brewing up right now. This is just because of our succession. King of France would be a very good way to handle this. Like, if we could get an alliance with this guy, that would be amazing. But I think we're just going to have to deal with him, right? So that basically means raising up our forces here, and we're going to pre-raise our forces. We do have some ransoms here. Acceptable. Not acceptable. Acceptable. Not acceptable. Definitely not acceptable. No. Negotiating an alliance. Sure. We'll do it. Acceptable. Not acceptable. Very not acceptable. And acceptable. Cool. So that's all looking good. We've got 2 months until this rebellion now. Let's go. 1 month. We're going to pre-raise our forces now. So we're going to come on in over here. We'll raise all men-at-arms and all levy troops as well. We're probably just going to raise everything, actually. Now, I do want to... We lost another accolade here. This is what I'm saying when I say it's really high maintenance. So we have these inactive accolades, and we cannot reactivate them right now. However, we can not restore accolades because we don't fulfill the requirements. So this probably means that there's someone who is able to fill those requirements, but is not currently serving as a knight. Unfortunately, as far as I know, there's not really a good way to do that, or to find that out. Currently a tactician. Yeah, there's not really a good way to find that out. So this is, of course, Besieger, and this is Pike Captain, right? So if we look at our accolades here, we can look through here and see if any of these have Pike Captain or Besieger available. And they do not. So we just can't really do too much about that right now. For the time being, I guess that's fine. I personally think that the way to interact with the accolade system needs a bit of a rework. But here we are. So we're pre-raising these forces. This ransom is not acceptable. This ransom is acceptable. And these guys can fire at any time. That's fine. We are basically fully raised. Will not be threatened. And of course, here we are. We're going to stop gathering these for the time being. We're going to group all of these forces together, and we're going to head on over here. Perfect. So with these guys heading down over here, let's split off our bombards. And let's send some forces down this direction while we continue to siege. Of course, the only reason this is happening is because of our succession. And we do actually have this guy. 38 gold? Done. Okay, so that sounds good. We're fighting this force here, and they arrived over this way, and we're thinking about fighting us. I don't like these movements at this moment. Okay, so there's their capital under our control. We, of course, want to fight this army, but we can't really move around over here because of huge amounts of attrition. So for the moment, we're just going to look to take this territory. Now, we have ticking war score on our side, right? And taking a look at this actual war, it seems pretty doable as long as we don't directly fight their forces grouped together. With ticking war score, this should be completely fine. We could become vengeful here. Or we could become calm. Does calm give us stewardship? It does not. Does vengeful remove stewardship? It does not. Now you've done it, Changeling. Okay. So we are going to get ourselves a Chancellor. That is going to be this lady. And a Spy Master. That'll be this guy. Perfect. I'm going to put these guys up over here. Oh, that's attrition, but we're locked in now. I'm going to put these guys up over here for now. The real question is, okay, they're going to be fighting down here. Noted. So we're going to siege down that way so that we have a bit of a corridor to go down there. Somebody just was granted a claim on our empire title, which is very rude, but it's not the end of the world. Also, I want to continue to raise all forces here, but we can't right there. So we're going to move our rally point over to, like, the Kingdom of Burgundy here. I don't think that actually moved. There we go. We're going to raise all forces here. And we're going to be fighting down this direction. Well, I don't know. They've got a lot there. Ticking is on our side at this moment. We need to keep that in mind. With ticking on our side, we can open up a corridor down this way. They are heading northward. Noted. Okay, so we're going to move this way. With the question being, what exactly is their plan here? We should group up over here and look to defend Paris, ideally. So we have defensive here. They are pretty stretched out. Unfortunately, they have numbers on us, but this does allow us to leave this area and come down to this side and no longer be quite as attrition-y. So that'll be the idea. We're going to head up this way. We do lose that battle, which loses us a little bit of war score. Oh, we are retreating to a really strange direction here. Why would we retreat this way? That makes literally 0 sense to go here. This is a hostile location. I guess we'll siege it. But that makes literally no sense for it to retreat us there. I ordered the retreat down this way very early on, and we just retreated somewhere where there was literally no control. Okay. Very, very strange there. Regardless, they're about to get ticking by taking this back. I don't think there's a lot that we can do about that right now, other than just siege over this direction and hope they leave. And that does indeed appear to be what they're doing. Beautiful. So they're going after this force, right? And we're just going to run. We don't necessarily care if they catch that force. This distraction is good. We like the distraction. So ticking is against us right now. They're turning back around. Okay. So we're going to head back up over this way. We don't want to fight this force, right? And they're moving fast. So we're going to head this way. Okay, I guess they catch us. They are so fast. Wow. They are so fast. We're retreating. Let's see if we retreat a sensible direction this time. And we do. So that's good. They're moving really, really, really fast, though. No doubt about that. Okay, so we're going to have to do something about this, right? We're going to pull in... Can we pull in a holy order? No, we don't have the faith for it. Okay, so we're going to have to hire some mercenaries. And mercenaries are pretty expensive, no doubt about that. But we'll look to hire these guys. And for now, that's it. Okay, so we're retreating directly here, right? We need to get these guys split up a little bit. And make our way back up to their capital here. So they're not super split up here. We'll put this guy in as our spy master. They're not moving in to attack us here. Now they are. Okay. That doesn't surprise me. They move really, really fast, to be clear. That said, we're winning this battle right now. They took a long time to get moved in, but we still end up losing the battle. We're retreating here. Once again, we're retreating to a hostile location. That's very strange. We did just discover standing armies. Okay. So that's something. Hang on. So this is an independence war. King of France, King of Denmark, which isn't... That's an allied place, right? So France, Aquitaine, and Tahir. We have the empire titles, so we can just take these back de jure if we end up losing this war. This isn't actually a big deal. We'll get them back very, very quickly, in fact. So we'll raise additional forces over here. I would like to bump up the size of these. Of course, that'll be somewhat expensive. So we'll get that going. And we've got another faction behind this, apparently. This is a Liberty faction. We don't actually care about that. That's not a big deal. Okay. The Pope is granting all sorts of claims to our territory, which is very rude of him. Very, very rude indeed. But we need to eliminate this war, right? This war is a big, big problem for us. So step one is going to be to resupply a bit here. And that's what we're going to do. So I would like to bump up our armored footman size. There we go. Why are you guys not moving? I told you to move. Okay. There we go. We're resupplying here. Now, they are spread out a little bit, and they're on their way down. But with this resupply, we're hopefully going to be able to move in and do some things here. Now, again, as I said, if we lose this war, it's not actually the biggest of deals. Okay. I would like to come up and attack them up here, where they're hopefully a little too spread out to do anything about it. Yes, this is looking decent. That stack wiped before they got there. I'm not sure they can get here. It's really close. Yeah, they can get here just in time. So we're going to have to retreat again. That's very, very sad. However, we're continuing. Our crossbowmen are unstationed. Why are our crossbowmen unstationed? Where were they supposed to be? They're definitely supposed to go somewhere. I guess we'll put them here for now, but that's almost certainly not where they're supposed to go. Wait. Did we just inherit this unit of crossbowmen? We did. We're at 9 of 9. Okay, so let's actually temporarily keep them there. This is a very small amount of crossbowmen, but we'll have them raise up over here. This war is very unfortunate. No doubt about it. Okay. Once again, we're retreating to a really weird place. Over here in Province. I don't know why. It's very, very strange. So we've got these forces raising. We're going to group up over here. And we're continuing to bump up our men-at-arms sizes, right? I want to move these armored horsemen up in terms of size. And these crossbowmen next. So that's all fine. We're going to group up over this way. We're getting our troop quality up. And we're going to look to continue to fight these guys. They have a significant numerical advantage, and they might end up winning this war, to be clear. This is probably a bad battle to take here, in all honesty. But I kind of just want this war to end. We'll conquer these back very easily. So, in fact, maybe we should just surrender here. Let's do it. So that ends up happening. And these guys are now independent, right? But we have a de jure claim on all of them. So what ends up happening here, and that was just unfortunate because of the succession. Really strange things. Well, not all that strange of things are happening here. It's rather expected. But there were definitely some awkward retreats in there. I'm not blaming the awkward retreats for losing that war. It's really more the number of men-at-arms. And that's something that we can fix, and we can fight each of these independently. So the question is, do we have a truce here? We do. So it'll be a truce to take these back, but we have a de jure claim on all of these. So that's not going to be a problem. We just wait 5 years, we get our men-at-arms scaled up, and we're fine, right? This isn't actually a problem, and I would rather get this going sooner rather than later. Now, I'm going to disband these crossbowmen. What do we want them to be? Well, they would end up going here, right? We can put in horse markets here. So maybe these should end up being cavalry. We would drop our gamekeepers' lodges and put in stables here. So then this would become a unit of cavalry here. So armored horsemen. We're currently ill. Hopefully we don't die from it, but we shouldn't. I don't want to pay 900 gold right now. Let's actually just grab these first. So we'll create this, then we drop the 900 gold. These guys get... Yep, excellent work. These guys get stationed here. Okay. So there we go. We've got a bunch of ransoms here, and it does look kind of bad, right, that we lose that war. But again, it's really just a timing thing. That's really what it comes down to. We got a little unlucky with our captures up here, and then we didn't have the forces to actually handle that because we had just had the succession. So it's not the end of the world. We will definitely get these conquered back extraordinarily quickly. It's really not even that much of a setback. We're going to get these guys all maxed out. We're very, very close to this. We just need to get a little bit of extra cash. And yeah, we're currently in debt. That's because we got sick. That's fine. So we need this little bit of extra cash here, and we can start bumping up these crossbowmen. And then from there, it's just going to be these armored horsemen, right? And we're just going to get more and more and more powerful all the time. So that's absolutely fine. We'll get these conquered back very swiftly, as soon as these truces are up with France here. So that's going to be about 4 years, and we'll get these conquered back. We'll do them one at a time. They're not even allied with each other. This is not a problem. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.